And now to share my screen. Okay. So by now you should be seeing my PowerPoint presentation. If that is not the case, just let me know and see what I can do from my side. Okay. Come here. Okay, great. So as I mentioned, ladies, today is the last day of the module 2 of the digital literacy program. So what I want to do before we start, I want to do what I call a quick recap. Right. So the way we're going to do this recap, I will display, I think there's like 6 or 7 questions related to what we have already discussed. Right? So there will be a question displayed, and at the bottom, I will have choices of which you can choose or select the correct response or the response you think is the correct one. Okay. And the way I want you to answer is through the chat box. I want you to give me the color of the correct answer. Okay. Let me show you the first question as an example. So here it says, if you have a great password, you should keep it forever. And the options are yes or no. And you notice beside each choice, there's a colored icon. So in the chat box, I want you to give me the color of the correct answer for the question. You got it? Yes, okay. So go ahead and answer the first one. And I will see the responses from my screen. Okay. So again, if you have a great password, you should keep it forever. Yes or no? Okay. Okay, ladies. The second question. A web address that has HTTP rather than HTTPS should be trusted for financial transactions. Is that true or is that false? A web address that has HTTP rather than.
It's only pregnant ladies, but only pregnant ladies now. So don't write down. It's only pregnant
trusted for financial transactions.
Yes.
Okay. So I will give you the answer right now. A web address that has HTTP rather than HTTPS should not be trusted for financial transactions, right? So the answer is false. So the answer is false. The S after the HTTP means secure. So if it has HTTPS, it means it's a secure website, especially for financial transactions. Okay. The next question. It is important to be cyber safe because it can protect you from online bullies. It can protect you from online predators. People aren't always who they say they are, or all of the above. Which of these choices do you think is the correct answer? It is important to be cyber safe because it can protect you from online bullies. Protect from online predators. Is it because people aren't always who they say they are, or all of the above? Okay, so indeed, all of those are reasons why it is important to be cyber safe. Right? All of them are very good reasons for cyber safety. Okay, ladies. Next question. It's okay to share passwords with your best friend, your teacher, group project members, or community members, or no one. Okay. It is okay to share passwords with no one, right? So we've been repeating this over and over, and I think we go through this every day. Do not share your passwords. Okay. Which of the following is a strong password? Which one of these two options would you say is a strong password? So the strong password would be the first option, the red colored option, right? You notice that it has a combination of characters, numbers, the letters are small caps and upper caps as well, right? So this is an example. This is a very good example of a strong password. And you can notice that the way the user created the password, it's easy for them to remember, right? What does that password say? What's the phrase there, or what is it saying? If you can understand the password. Can anyone tell? What does the password read? Yes, Miss Lorraine.
Can I try? It seemed like it's saying, it seemed like it's saying red hair, horse sky.
Right. That is what it seems like. It's the phrase or the statement, red hair, horse, sky. Right? So it's easy for the user to remember, but instead of spelling it the proper way, it is using different characters and different method, sorry, on how to spell it. So this is a very good example of a password. If you have a catchy phrase or a catchy word that you want to use, you can use it, except modify some of the characters in there. Okay, ladies, very good. Risky or safe situation. Posting a picture of you in a family photo on holidays. Is that safe or is that risky? Posting a picture of you in a family photo on holidays. Is that safe or is that risky? So for this one, this is quite a tricky one, right? Technically speaking, if I can say that, it poses no risk, right? In that it's not easy for a scammer or someone or a hacker to get information from you via this picture. However, the risk comes when, if you have a neighbor, for example, or someone within your close to your neighborhood notices that you are on vacation or you're on holidays and you're posting about it, they can probably infer that you're not home, right? They can infer that this person is out on holidays, so the home is probably alone. And so the robber will, or the burglar can do what they want to do or attempt to do what they want to do, right? So this one was either risky or safe. Okay. One more situation. Giving out your full name and street address in an online chat or online post. Is this safe or is this risky? Giving out your full name and street address in an online chat or post. Is this safe or is this risky? Okay, ladies, so this situation is definitely a risky one, right? So this is you putting out there your personal information. So it's not your password, but still, as long as it's first name, last name, street address, that is considered personal information. So that in itself is a risky situation, okay?
Miss, did you see my answer?
Miss Rutilia, no. Were you using the chat box to submit them?
Yes.
I wonder if for some reason, maybe you were sending it to a specific person rather than to the group. Was anyone receiving Miss Rutilia's answers?
Sorry, I didn't notice.
It was to you, Miss Lorraine?
No.
No? Okay. No, Miss Rutilia, that's okay, that's okay. You can also have a copy of the recording just in case, you know, you want to go over the responses to the questions.
Okay. Okay, Miss.
So that was it for the quick recap. Again, it was just, again, juggling of the memory of the content that we've been discussing as it relates to cyber safety, okay? So let me just proceed here with the content for today. Okay, so this is where we left off yesterday, right? Where we were discussing online banking, and I had the opportunity to show you Atlantic Bank's online service, right? And you were able to see the different ways that they implement security mechanisms, right? The password, the token, the CAPTCHA, and of course, the different services that they provide via that online platform. So what I want to show you now is the Belize Bank online service. Okay, and again, just to recap why I'm showing you this one is just so that you have an idea that of the different services that online banking provides, which are basically almost the same regardless of the bank. It's just the process may be a little bit different, but the services, they are more than likely the same services. So I will proceed now with Belize Bank Online. And for Belize Bank customers, you are not required to visit the bank to register for online banking. Remember, for Atlantic Bank, the customer has to go to the bank before and register for online banking because it is there that the bank will give the customer their username, and they will also get their mini token from the bank, right? So Belize Bank, on the other hand, does not request customers to go to the office to sign up. And this, what I'm going to show you right now, is how customers sign up for online banking the first time. Okay, so this is what we call online enrollment. Just let me verify here if I have sound in the share. Okay. So next. Okay, I'm going to play the video now, okay?
No time to go to the bank? With the Belize
Sorry, I paused it.
Bank Limited, you can carry out your banking transactions at the comfort of your own home. Self-enroll for online banking by simply visiting www.belizebank.com. Click on the online banking login page and then click Enroll Now. Input your cell phone number and select Verify Phone. A verification code will be sent to the cell number provided via SMS. Enter the code and select Confirm Code. Select an account type and enter a valid Belize Bank account number. Select Next. Enter the required personal information. Date of birth, Social Security number, email address. Select Next. Once the system validates your information, you will be able to proceed to the final step. Enter the desired username and password. Confirm password. Enter a PIN number, which must be between 4 to 6 digits long, and agree to the terms and conditions and the online privacy and security policy. Once completed, select Submit. You have now been successfully enrolled. A reference number is displayed, and your account should be activated within 24 hours so that you can enjoy the convenience of online banking. No time.
Okay, ladies. So as you may have noticed, again, this is for first-time users for the Belize Bank online banking. Now, if you were able to catch what the different pieces of information that was being requested here, what, in terms of, if we keep in mind the different security mechanisms, remember we were talking about yesterday, the bank's responsibility of ensuring that your banking information is secure, right? They have different mechanisms implemented. Which mechanisms were you able to identify from this enrollment video? What security measures is Belize Bank implementing here to ensure security of your banking information?
You had to give a password and create a PIN number.
Okay, Miss Corrine, yes, create a password and create a PIN number. Miss Lorraine?
What I like about it too, they ask for verification, the password twice.
Right, so you enter your password, you create a new password and you confirm again that you are entering the correct password. That's right, confirmation of password. Any other one that was identified in the video in the enrollment process?
In email address.
It requested an email address, right? Yes, remember in module 1, I had mentioned to you that your email address is kind of like your online identity. So that is also used for verification. Okay. Do you remember when I had talked to you about the term multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, whereby the bank or a website not verifies once, but needs to verify 2 times that you are the owner, right? So in this case, Belize Bank implemented two-factor authentication by asking you to enter your phone number, right? And sending you a code to that phone number to verify that you are the owner. So while you are enrolling, it asks you for a phone number. And if you are not the bank owner, and if you're not the owner of that phone, then you cannot get the message with the PIN, right? So that is the bank's two-factor authentication method, the use of your personal phone number, right? So you noticed how the bank is ensuring verification. They need, again, their process was different from Atlantic Bank, right? But the verification was still there. Furthermore, it said, although you completed your online enrollment here, the bank has to do one extra step before it could actually give you access to the banking, to the online banking, right? So it said, we will contact the customer within 24 hours to verify, right? So after 24 hours, they more than likely would have called the phone number that you entered to say, well, you know what, Miss Lorraine or Miss Otilia, you can now access your Belize Bank online services, right? Okay, so again, this was the enrollment, the online enrollment process. Now, I want to show you their bill payment tutorial, right? Their bill payment tutorial. We had looked at the process that Atlantic Bank has, how their online platform looks when it comes to bill payments. Now, what I want you to see here is
To go to the bank,
Belize Bank's, how the Belize Bank's bill payment looks like. Okay, and you will notice that similar information is being requested, right? The process may be a little bit different, but the information is almost the same. So I will play the video right now.
need to pay a utility bill but don't have time to visit the bank or agent? With bill payment option via online banking, you can now quickly and electronically pay your utility bill. Once logged in, on the menu bar, select Bill Pay, then Pay a Bill. The Make a Bill payment screen pops up. First, select the account to debit, then select a payee. The payee can be selected from the drop-down list or can be typed in. If you would like to pay a payee saved in favorite, select the favorite icon and select a Save Payee. If you do not have any payees under favorite, you can select or input a payee and enter the mandatory details such as account number, customer name, and the amount to pay. You can enter details of transaction in any comments. If you would like to save as a favorite, select Save Payee as favorite and then give Save as a name you would like your payee to appear. Finally, select Make the Payment. Your PIN number is required. Once validated, the payment is successful.
Okay, so this process seems rather fluent, quite efficient. And the only piece of information that it was asking you was, of course, it depends on who you want to pay. In this case, the customer is paying RF&G insurance, right? So all it was requesting was an account number and a customer name, right? And of course, the amount that you're going to pay. Important though, I'm not sure if you can remember Atlantic Bank's online service versus Belize Bank. With Belize Bank, and Miss Patsy mentioned this in the chat. Sorry, Miss Patsy, I did not check it. So with Belize Bank, remember during the online enrollment, it asks you to create a PIN, right? And now that you're making a payment, it asks you to enter that PIN number. So that is their way of verifying that indeed you are authorized to make that payment, right? So that you have that PIN number. versus Atlantic Bank did not ask you for that. Atlantic Bank, once you logged in, you had access to make payments, you had access to make transfers, you had access to view your statement. Right? So again, differences between the different banks. One of the other services that the Belize Bank online platform offers is the online transfer. Similarly to Atlantic Bank, where it allowed customers to transfer from one account to another, the Belize Bank also offers that service, right? And again, just to give you insight as to their process, I have another video here.
Need to pay a utility bill, but don't have time to visit the bank or agent? With bill
Sorry, I was doing so. Here it is.
Need a quick and easy way to transfer funds? Select Transfers option on the menu bar and click Make a Transfer. Select an account to debit and an account to credit. The desired credited account can be your account or a third party's account. When selecting third-party account option, the beneficiary information section displays. You can transfer to another Belize Bank holder's account or an account at another bank. Select the beneficiary bank and input the account number. In this example, we will carry out a third-party transfer. Enter the beneficiary's account's name, address, city and country are auto-populated to Belize, the amount, and the reason for transfer. For ease of reference, this transfer can be saved as favorite by selecting Save Beneficiary as Favorite. By default, this transfer is set to transfer immediately and carries a fee of $3. You can uncheck Send the Transfer Immediately, and it will be a deferred payment which carries a fee of $2. Next, select Make the Transfer and enter your PIN number. Since this is another bank transfer, the transfer is being processed.
And that is how quickly Belize Bank customers can make online transfers, right? Again, to compare it to the one that we saw yesterday, which is Atlantic Bank, it asked for similar information, correct? It asked if you want to do a third party transfer in that if it's for another bank. And of course, it gave you the option to choose the bank and to enter the bank information, the account number and the customer name, the account holder's name, right? And again, it asks for the PIN number. So one more security mechanism that the Belize Bank applies while Atlantic Bank does not have that when conducting transactions, right? So you can notice how different banks operate separately, but at the end of the day, they still have security at the forefront, right? Okay. And let's proceed to one, sorry. One last example, and this one is going to be more visual. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a video for this one. And this is, I think, I'm not sure if Ms. Des was sharing about it, but this was Scotiabank. And up to recently, I think it was in April, when the bank officially changed its name, right? So it's important to note, though, that these services are different from the Belize Bank that we have here. But nonetheless, right? Again, just a short tutorial of how customers would need to log in to the Scotiabank or the new Scotiabank online banking, right? And the different security mechanisms. Try to identify the security mechanisms that they have here. I think the audio for this one is not working, ladies. So let me just play it again and give you a walkthrough of it, right? So here, what it asks you for is your debit card number, which translates to your ATM card or your cash card, however you want to refer to it. So you need to enter the number displayed on your card where it says debit card number. And of course, your password. Right, so you would have already created a password when you sign up for online banking directly through the bank. So once you enter your information, if you look a little bit to the bottom of the screen where it says sign in. So once you enter that information, you select sign in and it takes you to the next page for further verification. So you enter your debit card number, you enter your password, and it takes you to this page. So here, compared to the other two examples that we were looking at, their two-factor authentication is use of security questions, right? So in this example, the question is, what was the first name of your first manager or supervisor? And here, the user or the customer is expected to enter the correct answer. So during the enrollment process, the customer chooses which questions they want to be able to answer, right? So there are a list of questions, and I believe the customer just needs to select 3 different questions and they need to provide the answer so that when it comes to logging in to their online bank, and they are asked the security question, they're able to answer. Right, so again, this is another method of two-factor authentication. Right, so once you answer the question correctly, then the customer can go into sign in. Let me see if this is, the customer clicks sign in and that leads the customer now to access their online bank account. And oops, go back here. This is what online bank looks like. Different view, of course, compared to the other banks, but notice that the services are almost the same. The first one says pay a bill, which is bill payment, right? Transfer between accounts, which is online transfers. The same for transfer to others. It's online transfers, online statements, and of course, account activity, which basically gives you a history of your account transactions, right? So this again is what the old Scotiabank used to look, previously known as Scotiabank, sorry. This is what their online account looks like. So let me see here. Now, looking at their bill payment process, it's a little bit different, but similar to the other banks, right? So here, the customer, of course, if we go back, the customer would select pay a bill. This is where the customer would first click to access this next page. Right? So here it says pay a bill. And if you look at the top, it has 3 different tabs, right? So these are it basically says there are 3 steps to carry out a bill payment. So the first one is where you will select the payee. That's how the bank refers to them. It's who you will be paying the bill to, right? So here, there is already one payee, but say for example, you want to pay your water bill. You need to create a new payee. And to do that, the bank gives you this little icon here, but the little person looking icon to enter the information of this new payee, right? So if you click on that, it leads you to this page where it says add a payee. Okay. So unlike Atlantic Bank, Scotiabank doesn't offer you a list of different bills that it allows you to pay. It just gives you most popular payees. And then up here, it gives you the option to search for a payee. Based on what you search, then it will tell you if they have what you're looking for, right? So this one, let me just play this little clip here for you to get an idea of how it is, right? So it gives you the list of most popular payees. If there's one that you will select from here, you just click on it and proceed. But in this example, they will search for a payee because it's not in the list, right? So they conduct a search and there appears the search results. And the user then selects that as a payee, right? The account information now is being requested. So you enter the account information there for payment of the bill. And once you enter that account information, you just click next to proceed with the bill payment, right? So if we proceed here, and the next service that we're comparing here is the online transfers, right? So with online transfers, again, here versus the other two examples, this one asks you if it's a personal transfer, not personal transfer, sorry, if the account you're transferring to is a personal account or a business account. And it asks you who the recipient bank is as well, right? So here, you will select whether it's a personal account or a business account. And this is a short clip that can show what happens when you select different options here. So in this case, they will select business and they will select other bank as the recipient bank, right? So as they click the other bank, you notice that now the fields for that other bank information is now available. And as the customer, you are to enter the appropriate account information here. Right, again, here it just gives you the different choices of banks that you can or the customer can transfer to using their Scotiabank account or what was Scotiabank before, right? So based on your selection, you'll notice that different information changes. The displayed information changes, right? So again, you enter your account, the account number to where you want to transfer the money and the account type, okay? And then you make the transfer. Now, similar to Belize Bank, the Scotiabank, or what was Scotiabank a month ago, requires customers to enter their PIN number as well, right? So if you want to pay a bill the first time. So in this case, if we can retract back a couple minutes ago when we were trying to enter a new payee, and I had said, let's use the example for BWS. The first time that we make a payment to BWS, it will ask us for a PIN number, right? So once that PIN number is verified, we can go ahead and make the payment. And every time we make another payment, it will automatically verify it. We do not need to enter the PIN number every time we carry out the transaction. Again, differences, right? So one doesn't ask for a PIN number at all. The other asks for a PIN number for every transaction, while the other asks for a PIN number just the first time we carry out the transaction, right? And the same happens, the same goes for transfers. The bank asks you for the PIN the first time you make that transfer, okay? So those are the differences of the processes that these banks go through or request from these customers. But at the same time, you'll notice that they have all of these different aspects or security mechanisms implemented for security of customers' information or banking information, right? So at this point, what I want to have accomplished after sharing you this is a little bit more confidence in the security of online banking. Right? So that you can know that the bank is trying its best to protect your information. So there are different methods of ensuring your the customer security. Right? So again, remember, it is twofold. The bank has a responsibility, but you as a customer have a responsibility as well. Okay, you have access to that PIN number, keep it to yourself. You have your password, keep it to yourself. You have your token, keep it to yourself, right? So as customers, that is our responsibility for secure online banking. Okay, ladies, so that brings me to the end of online banking or safe online banking. Any questions of any of the processes that I have shared with you or something that is related to online banking?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Green.
We were told that we should not save our PIN number, password on a public device. But let's say you have your own personal laptop and you have saved this number so that every time you go into your account, you don't have to go through all those steps. But now something is wrong with the device and you need to take it in to be repaired. How do you unsave that PIN number?
How you unsave the banking information, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a little bit technical and I would really want to show you that, but I would have to log into a bank, online banking, right? But theoretically, what you will need to do is to delete that saved information from the computer through the web browser that you used. And remember, we talked about web browsers, and some of the examples would be like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. If you are an Apple user, it would be Safari. So you had to use one of those to access your online banking. And they all have history saved, so it would be necessary to remove all of that information from that. However, Ms. Corinne, sometimes the computer doesn't really tell us ahead of time that they're going in or that they need service. And unfortunately, there are times when we don't have time to remove that data, right? And some IT person could be very smart. And I like your question actually, because that can happen. So to be safe, what you can do is to proceed and probably change your password, right? Change your password for your online bank account. Changing a PIN number may require additional steps, right? But what the good thing is, if I can, and I'm pretty confident that this is accurate, the computer will never save banking password. It will never ask you to save your banking password. It happens when you are saving your email information, like when you're logging into your email and you enter your password, the website automatically asks you if you want to save it for later. Right? So it asks you for that. But these websites, these online websites, will never ask you to save your password. Right? So at no point in time will your computer have that specific information saved somewhere. Again, if I can say so, remember, the banks invest heavily in ensuring that the website they're using is secure. So it will not ask you to save your banking information. Furthermore, remember? You always have the token in the example of Atlantic Bank. So in case your password is saved for some reason, they also need the token. The same thing with Scotiabank. They need to be able to answer your security question. So there is that two-factor authentication that is another security mechanism so that not anyone who has access to your information can get to your online bank information or to your online bank account, sorry.
For clarity, I think Ms. Corinne was focusing on the bank number itself. The bank number. I think that's what I heard.
Like your account number.
Your account number. Am I correct, Ms. Corinne?
No, because the way I have my online banking set up, when I access it through my laptop, all I have to do is go to the that URL, and then
website.
after it brings up the bank page, it has the little part that says sign in, and I just click on that, and
So it's not the bank number you're referring to. You're referring to your PIN number.
yes, because if I do it when I used to do it on my phone, I would have to put in my PIN number from my ATM card and then my password. But when I do it on my laptop, once the page is there and it says sign in, I just click on that and I go straight in because it's saved.
Which bank do you bank with, Miss Corinne?
I don't want to publish that information.
No.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Because
Maybe I can.
it
Open
definitely isn't one of the three that I showed, right? Because as I mentioned,
I can add to that, Miss Dulcie. Just
Yes,
even if you
Miss.
don't, sorry, go ahead. Even if you don't want to share yours, Miss Corinne, I know I have two of the banks, and I do online bankings for two of them. And I know if you have Scotia, I know that when you're signing in, it asks you if you want the computer to remember your
Right.
information, and you can click on it, but it does give you a warning. So you could click on it, and then when you go to the next step, it asks you that as well. But if you go to your home page under settings, there are security settings where you can change that password once you had already put it in and you want to forget it. So you want the computer to forget it. So that might be an easier step rather than doing the history delete. But you could go to your account settings. So there's actually that setting there where you could go to your security setting and change your password, because unlike Atlantic Bank, Scotiabank allows you to create your own password to get in and to have that saved there, and then your security questions as well. So, and that was something you do at the beginning when you actually do the online sign-in. So you can change that. I know some people who have some information saved on their computer. I don't do my banking one, but I know for other things I do. But you could forget it. You could go and change it. You can unselect. Once you change your password, for example, when you try to logging back, it will show you that you have to put in that password. So you don't have your information saved again.
Okay, good.
You understand? You don't have your information saved again, and then you just decide not to save it no more, right? And write it down somewhere so you know you can always find it.
Right.
That's what I was going to share with her.
And then you don't have to put, when you write it down, you don't have to put bank account number and bank password. You could just write down the number and you will know the what. And you could put them in separate places.
And you can have your own clue.
Yeah. Which is what I do for myself.
That's what I do for myself. You can have your own clue.
And then
because it never occurred to me before that suppose this thing needs to go for repairs.
But you will
why
be able to log in a different computer and change the password. So if you don't carry your laptop to the guy for fix it, for example, if you've taken your computer for the guy to fix it, and you remember while your computer is there, man, my stuff is logging, you could log in through another computer and change your password.
Okay.
You understand me? You could do that.
Right.
Or how can you do that on another computer? You log in through your email? How do you log in?
What you mean you
To
log
another-
into your email?
Because
You log in through the website.
Oh, through the,
You're
Log
logging through the website.
all
You're logging,
right.
once you do sign in for online banking, it's through the website. So you go in whatever is the banking website. And then like Miss Delcy mentioned, if you have Atlantic Bank, you need your token. So even if you have saved your basic login information, you still need your token, and the number changes every single time. Now you might have the token, the leave round white one, or you might have it on your phone, because now they're giving you the option to have the token. It's an app that they're using. And you would go into the bank when you sign up for online banking, they make you download the app. And so you have it right on your phone, and you go to it, it says eTrust. And every time that pin changes, So chances are they ain't getting into that slim to none without that pin for Atlantic Bank. That's for Atlantic Bank. Right? I hope that helps. I do the two, so I'm gonna ask questions. Yeah.
Yes, so these are different methods on how you can protect your information.
Is it the bank account settings?
Your online bank account settings. So you would need to enter your current password, and then go into the bank settings.
Okay.
Let me see if the one that I have here has that, at least that portion displayed.
I think it was at the first page. Yeah.
Was it the first page? Let me just go back here. Would it be this one here, Miss Shireen? I can't really click it because it's this one's an image.
Yeah. So once it's that same icon, you would click, and it would give you security settings, and it explains to you right there when you click on it. Yeah, say change your password or whatever it is that you want to change. So that same icon.
Okay,
So these changes, again, you would have to have your password to make these changes, right? And let me see here in the beginning. Okay, here, Miss Corinne, in the event you want to change your password, you can also go here. Click the forget your password, and it will ask you to create another password.
Okay, thanks.
In the event you need to change your password. Right? And like Ms. Shireen mentioned, not all the banks will give you that facility. Sometimes you have to go into the bank to make changes. I know, I'm not sure which credit union, but every time you need to reset your password, you have to give them a call for them to give you a temporary password and then reset that password. Right? So different processes, but the facility is there, the service is there. Any other questions, ladies? Oh, I was going to share, Mr. Reed mentioned the token, right? About mobile applications. I'm not sure if any of these banks that I have here have their mobile application for online banking. So instead of you having to go to their website, you can do the banking from your phone by just tapping on the application. Right, and more than likely, those applications will allow you to be able to save your online information or your login information. Why? Because it assumes that your phone is a little bit more protected in that you have a PIN number to protect any access to your phone. Right, I'm not sure if you recall in the previous model where I had said it's important to protect your devices, right? Because that's where you have a lot of your information. So it gives you access to your banking information directly from an application, right? So it's just you being alert and knowledgeable that you also have to protect your device. so that not anyone can go in there and access your information. And so yeah, that is what I wanted to share about mobile applications. If for some reason your bank or your credit union has an online application or a mobile application, sorry, you can always use that as well, right? Any other questions, ladies, before I move
Well-
into the, yes, Miss Glenda?
Before I move on to
Your break.
another break,
Break. We'll move on to shopping online.
yay! I'm waiting for that.
Okay, yes, Miss Patsy.
Okay, all right.
I have one question. I saw on the news yesterday, Belize Bank was advertising something they call Kayash or something like that. K-Y-A-S-H.
Cash.
Cash. Okay.
Cash application.
Is that only for your mobile phone, or what is that actually?
Yes, that's for your
You know?
mobile phone. I'm not quite familiar as to what that application does, but
Okay.
let me quickly research on that during our break, and I will have an answer for you
Okay.
after that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then, ladies. 2 minutes break. Again, do whatever it is you want to do within those 2 minutes, and we'll get back here after that, right? Welcome back, ladies. Let me just take a sip of my water. Okay, I am unmuted, right? Yes. So Miss Patsy, I did a quick research on what cash is about. So that's an application that apparently the Belize Bank recently launched. And that is more of a digital payment method, right? So through an application, they call it like a digital wallet. So instead of actually having your physical wallet with money in it, it's kind of like your debit card. Right? So you have your card and you know you have money in your card, so you use it to make payment. But instead of having a physical debit card, you have a mobile application. So from the comfort of your phone, you can make payments to for purchases, for services. Of course, it has to be a company or an organization or a business that can accept payment from that application, the cash mobile application. So they want to revolutionize the digital wallet idea so that we can now operate cashless. Right?
Wow,
So
okay.
the less use of cash, which is a
That
pretty
sounds
good
like
idea
high-tech.
because then you don't have to risk losing your wallet, or you just have to go around walking around with a little bit of cash if that's to make payments.
Is that local or international?
That is local, Miss Corrine. That is an application that has been recently launched by the Belize Bank.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you are so welcome. Okay, ladies, now to the fun part, according to Miss Glenda. Shopping online safely, right? Shopping online safely. What is online shopping? I think you all ladies know what online shopping is. Basically, it is shopping for and purchasing goods and services over the internet, right? And you do this using a computer, using your phone, or using any other smart device. And there are many advantages to shopping online. Many advantages to shopping online. How many of you have already shopped online? Or have attempted to shop online? Okay, Ms. Corrine, Ms. Glenda. What are some of the advantages?
But the problem with me now, the other day I did something wrong with my card, and then I couldn't shop on. I couldn't. So I don't know if I had to have the bank. I had to taking back the card to the bank. I forget if it was the last 4 number I used or something, and I did it more than 3 times, and it locked me out.
Okay. Yeah, again, security mechanism, right? So
Yeah.
you know why they do that. But okay, well, we'll touch that in a little while. Okay. So thanks for that, Miss Glenda. So as I was saying, there are many advantages to shopping online, right? Easy, quick, from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go out there and shop around. You can shop around at your own timing. But there are also disadvantages, like what Miss Glenda experienced, right? And that is just one of those disadvantages. And we're going to look at basically one of the biggest disadvantages that is out there. And that is, of course, identity fraud, which is taking over your identity and using your credit card information to carry out purchases. So just some tips to shop online safely, right? So safe shopping. Stick with familiar brands. You would know more or less which brands are of quality material, what services are good. Maybe you've heard word of mouth recommendations that a product is good or that a seller is very trustworthy. Stick with what you know, right? Of course, watch out for extreme deals. Some deals are too good to be true. Remember what I said or what I had posted? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Important, right? Shop on secure web pages. So shopping on secure web pages, of course, translates to that. The question, back to the recap question that I had done earlier, which is the HTTPS website, right? Ensure that wherever it is you're shopping, the URL has HTTPS. That indicates to you that it is a secure website. Shop from a secure location. So not only does the website have to be secure, but also if we can recap what we spoke yesterday about secure Wi-Fi networks versus public networks, right? Ensure that you're shopping from a location that you know is secure, whether it's from home or from a family member's Wi-Fi connection. More than likely that is secure, but do not go shopping around from the park that has free Wi-Fi access or from the airport while you are waiting for a flight, for example, right? Or at school, if you're going to pick up your grandchildren from school and they have free Wi-Fi, don't take a chance there to do your shopping. That is not safe. Again, it is, it comes back every time we talk about security, right? Using secure passwords. And of course, using a safe payment method, a safe payment method. So when we're talking about safe payment method, you know how we have a credit card and we also have debit cards, right? So the most secure of both of these is the credit card. So if you want to shop, it's safer to shop with a credit card. The bank has instituted more security mechanisms to protect credit cards versus debit cards. Okay, and here what I have are some examples of identified shopping, safe shopping websites. And I'm not sure if you are familiar with any of these or have heard of any of these, but of course we have the famous Amazon. We have eBay, Overstock, Zappos, Etsy, and Wish. Okay, so these are a few examples of what can be identified as safe shopping websites. So, and this comes after interviewing consumers, carrying out surveys. They all have a track record of being safe. Right? So I want us to look at the first one, which is one of the common ones. I think a lot of us already know or have heard about Amazon, right? Shopping in Amazon. So let me click. I'm not sure if you can see, it may look a little bit too small. When I hover over the name, it gives me the URL for the shopping website, right? And right there, it has HTTPS. Can you see that? It has the HTTPS there.
Yes, now I see it.
You see it? Okay, great. That already is indicating to you that it is a secure website. Right, so let me click here and I will drag this here so that you can see. So this is the Amazon shopping website, right? Again, it's like you're going onto an online store and you can shop around. You can get tired. You can come back the next day and shop around, right? You have your cart here on the top left-hand side. If you're interested in something like the supermarket, I want this, and you put it in your cart. And later on, when it's time for payment, you're like, okay, I don't have enough money. You can put it back. Right, so it's similar to the shopping, the physical shopping, right? But, so let me take you to the, let me see here. Okay, it's not here. So this is what the Amazon shopping website looks like, right? So let me just do like I'm gonna shop something here. I will just click something, maybe a computer, and I want to purchase this mouse. Right? Amazon, it's a website where different people try to sell products. Right? So if you have a product that you want to sell, you can go to Amazon and post your product in case someone is interested in purchasing it, right? So it's not one person selling, there are thousands of people trying to sell items here. But the good thing about Amazon is that they do their own verification of these sellers. Right? They do their own verification of these sellers. So in this example here, you will see what Amazon has considered best sellers. Yes,
I hear you.
you cannot hear me? Anybody else cannot hear me, ladies?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Miss Lorraine, probably it's your audio.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Miss Dulcie.
Okay, let me try to chat to you here, Miss Lorraine.
Of course. Sorry about that, Miss Dulcie. Yes, it was my speaker.
Okay.
I
Good
should
to
hear.
have you.
I'm
Yeah.
absolutely sorry. Yeah.
No problem, no problem.
Thank
Okay,
you.
as I was saying, Amazon can identify to you those recommended sellers. Like here you would have best sellers, right? And products. Let me select a product here.
Are you finished with me? Class. Oh, me WhatsApp.
Right, so once you select a product, and I will scroll all the way to the bottom, Amazon provides you a host of information about that specific product and about the seller. So it has product description, product details. It gives you testimonials about customers who have already purchased it, right? So in this example, I look at customer reviews. Nobody has rated this product. This doesn't really make me feel too confident about buying this product, right? So there's not much information. I go back and continue shopping. Right, so let me try to purchase this one again. And I scroll all the way down for information about, okay, here we have customer questions and answers. So here you have questions that other customers had, and of course, answers by other customers. So this is like a little discussion group related to that, specific to that product, right? And if I go down a little bit more, then I can see customer reviews. So here, most of the reviews have that, they give it a 5-star rating, others 4-star. And if you scroll a little bit farther down, you will see more in detail reviews. Right, so again, simple guides on how to go about shopping online. So again, like I said, Amazon provides you a host of services, products, and services. So it becomes a little bit overwhelming when you're trying to shop, right? But if you want to find out more about sellers, and the product you're buying, it gives you that. So you can scroll down and proceed to reading testimonials, feedback from our customer review, that can help you feel more confident about what you are shopping. Let me see here. Okay, Important ladies, let me show you this here. While I'm shopping on Amazon, let me try to zoom this. Can you see this notification here that says secure transaction?
Yes.
If you have this while you are shopping, then, and if you want to find out more information about it, you can always click. If you notice, it's a hyperlink in that you can click on it and it will take you to further information, right? So it says our payment security system encrypts your information during transmission. We don't share your credit card details with third-party sellers, and we don't sell your information to others. Okay, so this is just their
Where exactly is that?
reassurance. Sorry, Miss Kareem?
Where exactly is that? I don't see that.
It's right
This-
after buy now.
Let me just minimize this again and then you can see it. Right here, when you are shopping, if you select a product and you have the option to add to your cart or to buy now, it's right underneath. It will give you this secure transaction notification right there. Right? And even so, let me click buy now. Right? If I am satisfied that I want to buy this product, I click on buy now. Here it asks me for an account, right?
Your email address
Yes, so you can use your email address to create your account.
or your phone number.
It asks for an email or mobile phone number, right?
Yeah.
So you can use those to create your own account in Amazon. Right, so let me see if I have the, 1 second, ladies. Okay. Okay, here we are. Yes, so when you are purchasing your product, if I select proceed to checkout, okay, let me see if it's going to ask me for the account again. Yeah, it asks me for the account. I need to sign in. I know for some websites, you do not have to have an account to purchase. Right? In this example for Amazon, it asks for an account to purchase your product. Nonetheless, what I wanted to show you is how you go about adding your credit card information here. Okay. I think I have let me just verify my slideshow here to see if I have something about that in my presentation. Yes, okay, great. So that's an overview of Amazon, one of the famous shopping, safe online shopping websites.
Miss Delcy, what about if you have an Amazon gift card? You're not paying with your credit card, you're using your gift card.
If you are using a gift card, when you are about to pay or to check out, it will give you the option to enter a credit, not credit card, sorry, a gift card, and it usually gives you a code, right? Like a code or a PIN number to enter to redeem that card. So you see that space there. And the example I have gives you an idea more or less how it will look. So I'll show you that. Let me see if eBay would require an account to carry out an online transaction. So I will select eBay here. And I will drag this out here. Okay, so if you notice, ladies, again, HTTPS here, right? So that means it's a secure website. Similar to Amazon, you notice their shopping website is categorized and it gives you different choices here that you can shop around. So let me select here, I want to buy a Samsung phone. And it gives you the different variety of phones they have. And you can select, let's select one here. So I will click buy it now and see if it will ask us for an account. So here it says create an account, and it asks you if you want to use your Facebook login, your Google login, or your Apple login, right? So if you already have a Facebook account and you want to use that same account to create your eBay account, you can select continue with Facebook, and the same thing if you want to use your Google account, right? So here again, it requires an email or yes, an email to create an account. So we won't be able to see the credit card information here. No worries.
You could try Walmart, Miss Delsey, because Walmart does not require you to have an account for you to shop online. But I do know eBay and Amazon, yes, they require that. So like Walmart or Old Navy, maybe Old Navy, since the ladies might like Old Navy shopping, they you're not required to have an account to shop Old
Try
Navy.
it on Walmart. Try it on Walmart. I have something that I want from Walmart.
You want to shop
Yes,
from
you could do
Walmart?
Walmart too. You could do Walmart without an account.
Okay, let's try Walmart here. So again, HTTPS, verify that you are on a secure website, right? And categories, and they try to give you different options here where to choose from. So I am wanting to buy my, let's choose electronics here. I'll buy a laptop. So I select pretty one here. Okay. So based on, of course, again, apparently here they have bestsellers as well identified. And let me select one here.
Yeah, I need a laptop, Miss
Right.
Delsey.
Sorry?
I need a laptop, but they look for one on sale.
This is not within your range, right? This is way out in my range. It's pretty, but wow. So again, here it has more information about the product itself, and it gives you comparisons and what's not, right? But let's add this to our cart. And okay, so when we add it to our cart, you notice that it gives us our summary. So it says subtotal 369, delivery, any taxes, it gives you here. Estimated total $369. So I can go to checkout now. Okay, so here it says no account, no problem. Oh, great. So we'll continue without an account. It does give you the option to sign in if you do have an account. Okay, so continue without account. Let's see. So here it asks you, of course, different questions for the delivery and pickup. Do you want it delivered? Do you want to go pick it up? Right, Miss Lorraine, you want to go pick it up there? So,
Yes.
okay, so she's gonna go pick it up where? Which location? Okay, this one's a little bit complicated. So I'll just put delivery, right? Delivery by Saturday. So we continue and it proceeds to ask us for a delivery address. Okay, so here, if we enter one, let's see if it's going to accept that. Since we don't have a, let's just enter anyone here.
Walmart doesn't deliver to the Belize, but Amazon does.
Amazon delivers directly to Belize?
Yeah.
Books, yeah.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Wow.
But not Walmart.
Let me enter my personal email here.
It's a little pricey though.
Can I ask something?
Yes, go ahead.
When you say that Amazon delivered to Belize, how you go about doing that?
When you're doing they ask where you want it to deliver and you
Yep.
put in your address.
Yep.
They
And
ask
that
where you
reach,
want.
One you can't
Belize.
no?
Yep. Yep.
So I think they
Okay.
choose a shipping service.
Yes, they do.
They choose this shipping service to ensure that, and then the shipping service that gets to Belize,
Okay.
they deliver it.
is that expensive?
Yes.
Yes.
I would think it would be.
It is. It is
I think it is.
expensive.
Like 400.
No.
It depends on what you're purchasing.
Depends on the product.
Yeah, it depends on the product.
It's just like customs. Your stuff going to customs, you pick it up at Belize City, they have an office there, and that's the way you're going to pick it up from. So you don't have to clear it, just like if you to get a barrel or a box, and the tax that's added for that shipping, if that books, I don't think there are any tax on books it. So, but you're just going to pay for your shipping for the item for customs duty, and then you pick up your package. So it's just like if you're getting a barrel or box. So while you're shopping online, a lot of people who do shop online have somebody in the States who will receive that package for them and then ship it to Belize so that they don't have to go through that process of clearing their product or clearing the items that they purchased. And now we have so many shipping companies that provide the services of consolidating your product, your items that you or your purchases, and then bring it directly to your house. So it makes shopping online way easier. But like anything that you're doing, you want to get some recommendations and reviews from other people who've used those companies. So for me, for example, I ship to an address in the US, whether it is to a friend or a shipping company, and then they bring it to me. So I use Ames Shipping Company, for example, and they deliver directly to my house. So whatever you're ordering, so they do consolidation of your purchases as well. So for example, if you're ordering from different places or different stores or different online sites, Walmart, Amazon, and Old Navy, for example, they will collect all your purchases, then will put it in one box, and then they will deliver it to your house. So they will clear it at customs and everything and bring it to your address. And then of course they will tell you what the shipping costs for those for bringing it from the US to your house will be. No?
And like the more cheaper, not true?
Well, not that it's more cheaper, but it creates access, because if you don't have somebody in the States to bring it for you, then online shopping is limited only to those sites that are shipping. So for example, Macy's ships to Belize, right? But if you could go to Macy's website and you put in an item and they notice, because they log your location, right? Based from where you're signing in, and it's shipping to Belize. Sometimes the shoes is on sale for $14.99, but the shipping to Belize is like 100 and something US. So they're like, might as well you keep the shoes and I go and go shop until I drop. So really, having access to a shipping company that will bring it directly to your house, from the US, just makes shopping more accessible to us, right? So the option is there. So that's why we're doing the online shopping, because we're telling you can shop online, ladies, because there is the option for you to get your products from the US to Belize, right? So you don't have to worry about those that ship to Belize at a high price. You do have companies that will receive it. We have so many, we could always send you a list of options that you should you want to try. I know there's one in Spanish Account. I know there's one bin. I know there's
the water there right up there where you take that out for.
a lot, right? But let me continue with the option of shopping. But I'm a what you call it?
Shopaholic.
Online, no. I'm a
Online shopaholic.
I'm a career online shopper. So I shop online for a living. So I have that experience of, really shopping a lot several different sites.
Online.
Well, Miss Shireen, if you say any, I'm looking for a laptop for at least 700 Belize.
700 Belize. It really
Uh-huh.
depends on what it is that you want to purchase. But who is talking to me? I can't what's your name?
Lorraine.
Hi, Miss Lorraine. Miss Lorraine, I can always give you a call after this because I know of a specific company that I've worked with, that the NCA has worked with in bringing electronics for into Belize. So like you can say specifically what it is that you're looking for. They will shop for it for you online and bring it in, and they will quote you the prices. You could tell them your budget. They will show you the reviews for those products because like Ms. Delcy was mentioning, you want to read the reviews. Because we might think it's all great, but when you read the reviews, then you find out that
different story.
yeah, because it's not like shopping in stores. You can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't really look at it personally and get that full picture until you check the reviews. Because some customers actually give you actual pictures of how it look. They will tell you, oh, it's way smaller than it looks online, or it's, you know, bigger or whatever the case may be. But I can always give you that contact information, Miss Lorraine, so that you can have somebody who will do it for you in a safe way.
Well,
Really
I know my
appreciate
daughter, she bought hers. That's why I did. That's why I did say.
Yeah, man. Sure, no problem, Miss Lorraine. I could give you a call after the session to give you the contact information for that person.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Glenda.
If you are doing a purchase and they ask you for your email address and your password, and you know that you're entering the right email address, the right password, but for some reason it doesn't want to accept it, what do you do?
When you are shopping and it asks you for a password.
Yes, like I was paying for a course and I enter my email address. And when I enter my email address, they ask you to enter the password. I am sure that I put in my right password because what I did when I realized that I was having problem, I made sure that I can see the letters instead of just the little dots. And it still said that the password was wrong. What do you do in that case?
I am not 100% sure, but what could have happened there is that, remember when we create an account for different services using the same email address, right? Not because we use the same email address means we're using the same password that we use for creating that email address. So you may have Zoom.
But that's the only password that I use for that email address.
Yes, it could be for your email address. But if you're paying for something, they will not ask you password to your email address. They might ask you password to your account. Like
no, they ask,
Amazon, for example.
I was paying for a course in England and they asked for my email address and my password. They said the email was right, but the password, they said the password was not right, but that was the right password.
Yeah, I think Ms. Glenda, that seems like if you're paying for an account online, for a course online, more than likely you have an account created for that university or that platform that is offering.
So I'd have to create a new account with a new username.
You can use your same email address, but with a different password. Yes, you would have to create a new account using the same email address, but with a different password.
Okay.
So that is what may have happened. I don't think there is anywhere where you shop and they ask you for your email and your password.
Yeah, they ask you to enter your email and your password. But this specific time I was trying to pay for a course and they said that my
password is wrong.
My password was incorrect.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, Miss Glenda.
Okay, so yeah, I can just change. I can just create a new password.
Yes, you would need
So I can click
create an
and say,
account.
okay, what part they say, forget your password. You click on that.
Yes, if you had already created an account and you don't remember your password, you can click on
But no, the password, and that's what I continue keep in my mind. The password that I have is the password that I use for my email address.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I use every time and I get in. But for this specific payment, I was not able to use it.
You weren't able to access it.
To access it.
Let me show you something here what I'm trying to say, right? Say for example, this organization is an online university, sort of. For me to be able to purchase courses or to sign up for courses, you notice it asks for a login, right? So if I click in login, it asks me for my email and my password.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Just like
but
the other one,
this is
right.
if I have created an account with that university. So if I have not created one, it asks me, say like new to Coursera, I say yes, so I want to sign up, I click here, and then it allows me create your new account. So I will enter.
So I could use the same username, but with a different password.
Correct. So I will use my same email address here, but my password, I will create a different one.
Get it.
Right?
Get it.
So you can have different accounts with the same email address, but with different.
Get it.
So this is what may have happened from what I'm getting, from what you're sharing.
And
This
that
is
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you're entering an email address and a password, but you have not created an account. So that's why it's giving that error.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Okay, ladies. So the final part was entering payment method, right? Entering credit card information. So here, I think it was Miss Corrine that was asking about gift cards. Right, so if you're redeeming a gift card, it gives you the choice here or the option to select gift card, and it will ask you for the gift card number. And if it has a security code, this is where you will enter it. And you need to have the card to get this information actually, right? So, but we don't have a gift card. We're going to use a credit card to make our payment. And this is where we are required to enter our information. Right? So we enter, of course, the first name on the card, last name, and here is where it asks you for your card number. Let me see if I can enter a number here. So the number I entered is not a valid credit card, right? But nonetheless, you enter the credit card number here, and it will ask you for the expiration date of the card. Your credit card will have that information at the front. And for those of you who have a credit card, you know that that information is available at the front, right? And then it proceeds to ask you the CCV code. CCV code. And Ms. Glenda, I think this is, remember the issue you had earlier when making a credit card payment? The CCV code is a code that is found behind your credit card. It is not part of your credit card number. Right, so, sorry. If I click here where the question mark is, I'm not sure if you can view this. If I zoom it here, let's see. There's a little picture of a credit card here. The back part of the credit card, right? The magnetic strip is there. And right below the magnetic strip, you will see the last 3 digits on the back of your card. Okay, so that is the CCV code, or that is your CCV number. And that is what you will enter here. That basically is your PIN number. Right, so again, once you have a credit card, try to keep that to yourself.
It's the CCV. It's CCV.
CVV.
CVV code.
Yes, that is found behind your credit card, below the magnetic strip, the black magnetic strip. Now with Google, I think it's Google Chrome. I'm not sure about the other browsers, but with Google Chrome, they have this ability to save your credit card information, so that the next time you make a purchase, you don't have to enter the credit card number and you don't have to enter the expiration date. But you always need to enter your CVV number. Again, remember that's like your PIN number. So the browser will save your card number and it will save the expiration date, but it will not save the CVV number. Right? So you need to have that available for whenever you are making your credit card purchases. So once I enter the number, this would be a 3-number code. As you notice, it is encrypted when you enter it, but it gives you that ability to view if you are entering it correct. Not all websites will give you this option though, right? Not all. So I can click here on the little eye icon to view the code. And if you don't want anyone to see it, you can remove it again, right?
And it is three digits.
3 digits. Correct, that's 3 digits. Okay, and once I have entered my credit card information, I can proceed to review my order, which I don't think it will do because I did not enter a valid expiration date for my card. And my card is not valid, card number is not valid, right? But nonetheless, with these websites, you may have a valid credit card number, you may have all the information that's there, but it will not accept that credit card payment. The reason why is because the website has to do their verification of that credit card. They need to verify that it's a valid credit card and that the bank is allowed to make that payment, right? I remember once, again, this is bank security. There are some banks that have some of these websites flagged in that every time a transaction or that you or one of its customers carries out a transaction on that website, it sends a notification to the bank to stop that payment. And the reason why is because more than likely that website has been considered as dangerous or risky.
Okay.
Right, so the bank does that. It flags these websites and sometimes you are carrying out a legitimate transaction, but because you're doing it over that website, the bank stops that payment. And sometimes it blocks your card as well. So you have to go to the bank and explain what's going on so that they can unblock your card and you proceed with your transaction. Right, a little bit of inconvenience, but safety overall. Right, so the same thing happens with these websites. They need to verify the validity of that credit card. Right, so sometimes it will happen that you're entering the correct information, but the credit card will not be accepted as a method of payment. You might need to try another credit card.
Ms. Delsey, if I can add to that,
Yes,
ladies,
Ms.
some of the international sites don't accept our credit card. They don't accept credit cards from Belize. So you would find that, for example, Macy's, they don't accept international credit cards because what will show up for them is that your billing address is not there and it's somewhere else. And so, you know, Belize internationally sometimes has these red flags. And so our card is not accepted with those sites. So a lot of people have what they call a PayPal account. And when you do go on some websites, they allow you to use your PayPal because PayPal has already verified your purchasing tool or your credit card that you're using. So that's one of the things just to keep in mind, that if it does not allow your purchase, it might be that they're not accepting international credit cards. And Macy's is one of those sites that does not accept international credit cards.
How do you access a PayPal account?
Sometimes when you click on PayPal option, it allows you to sign up for PayPal account, right? So that's something you have to sign up for, and then you will have it. See right here with Walmart, they give you that PayPal checkout at the bottom. The safer, easier way to pay. So you don't have to type in all of your information. You would just click pay checkout with PayPal, and it will allow you to log into your own PayPal account and make your purchase through that way.
So I have to create a PayPal account.
But again, that is another login that you would have to do. So, right? So another account that you would have to create, another verification that you would have to go through. So just to keep that in mind. So depending on what it is that you are looking for, you have options that you can find them on other sites. Amazon have nearly everything. You could just type in what you're looking for and purchase it there. Of course, shopping in stores, like the other stores, you have certain quality of products that you are already familiar with. And so you might want to stick to those. But like Ms. Dulcie mentioned, stick to sites that you are familiar with, that people have purchased from before, especially when it comes to the quality of the product, the price of the product. Try new sites, because you will find a lot of sites selling, or a lot of different shopping sites online. But if you're not familiar with it, I wouldn't try it.
A site that I wouldn't recommend is Wish.
Oh, I don't.
Well, just may I ask about.
Yes, because Wish, you have to be careful on what you buy on Wish, because what you see is not what you get.
Okay.
And I tried that more than once. What you see is not what you get. One of the questions that I wanted to ask, what are the advantage and the disadvantage of PayPal? Does it charge a fee because you have to pay a fee for your credit card, plus you have to pay a fee for PayPal?
I don't know that PayPal charges. I used to have a PayPal account. I don't anymore. After that expired, the card I was using on that site expired. I did not renew it because now I find that I don't need it, right?
Okay.
But it was just to make shopping.
Or do you recommend to stick to your credit card, or what is the best option?
Just stick with your credit card. Yeah, easier for you for monitor, especially since you are not in the US and you are in Belize. I would just stick with my credit card and sites that you are familiar with. Like Wish will say, get well. It's just like those Sammy. I always try to find a site where US based. That me personally. If you're shopping on eBay, for example, they give you the option to check only sellers who are in the US, because they tend to give you actual pictures of the item. Whereas if you are shopping internationally, you might get items that are made in Hong Kong, right? And all you get that are the pretty picture, but when you get it, it's not what it looks like on the site, right? Only thing that convinced you to purchase it was because it was way cheaper, because when you do those international shopping, you get things for 10 cents, for $1.
But it doesn't worth it.
It's not worth it, exactly.
Right. So shop responsibly, ladies.
Yes, ma'am.
Responsibly, right? Okay, and that is about it for the session, ladies. Again, it's more about building that confidence that you are now able to do your shopping online, of course, responsibly, knowing what all you need to do to ensure that it's done securely as well. Okay, so online banking, online shopping, it is easy, it is efficient, but it comes with responsibility as well. Right? It comes with responsibility. Okay, with that said, any other question, ladies? Ready to shop?
Hey!
Yeah, ready to shop.
Yes.
Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the session.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
So I'm quite glad that I was able to impart at least some knowledge to you ladies. And I trust that, again, as I said, you are confident now about the security of online banking and online shopping, right? So Miss Shireen, is there anything you want to say?
I thought somebody had something they were gonna ask. No? Go ahead, ladies. I can be last. I don't mind.
Miss Shireen, I would like to contact you for some advice since you're a career.
I need some advice too, Miss Shireen.
No problem, ladies. We could set up a group chat and we could talk all day, all night about the online shopping. It's not a problem.
I would really like to be on that chat also, please.
Sure, ladies. I'm gonna create a
I have
group
some
chat.
stuff that I need to buy, but I don't know how to do it.
You want to buy some what?
I have some stuff that I need to buy, but I don't know how to do it.
Don't worry. I got your back. I got your back. Ladies, you have my personal, my direct line number, my work line number. So if you have any questions, anything, just hit me up, send me a message, I can call you back.
I don't think I have your number. Is it on the chat?
Yes, the WhatsApp in message. If you ever got a WhatsApp message, that's me.
Okay, sure.
Yes, because I contact everybody by WhatsApp. That's me.